Okay, so the first FA Cup quarter-final has just concluded. Fulham have lost 3-0 to Crystal Palace at home. It was 2-0 at half-time. And the difference with this was attack, basically. Fulham had a lot of the ball and were very, very good in possession in build-up play. That final third, they really didn't trouble Henderson for the most part in the Palace goal. And Palace were very, very comfortable defensively. Fulham, unfortunately, did a lot of the play in front of Palace's defence, which makes it very easy to defend. But when Palace got the ball, they looked to attack with more pace. And I think that is the crucial difference. Plus, Eze has had a brilliant, brilliant game. Two individual moments of brilliance for the goal, for both goals, his goal and the goal he creates. And then the third goal, I mean, I don't know what Fulham are doing, but they were too slow and methodical and plodding in build-up play. Whereas Palace did everything a lot quicker. And Palace could have had four because they have hit the bar as well. Potentially five, because they did have a moment after their 3-0 up where they could have scored as well. Now, before Eze scores his goal on 34 minutes, they have hit the bar. And I mean that would have been a wonder goal if that got in, and that would have been an individual piece of brilliance. But as soon as they hit the bar, about 30 minutes into the game, Palace really do come to life, and they're doing everything with more energy, more pace, and more purpose when they get the ball. Fulham, when they get the ball, there's a lot of possession, and that's great. 2/3 of the field, Fulham controlling possession up the field. The final third, they were really poor, and there was too much passing in front of Palace. When Palace got the ball, they made things happen. Eze's goal on 34 minutes really brings Palace really to life at this point. It's a shot from distance. He's allowed to cut inside on his stronger right foot, but he takes on several defenders. There's not enough pressure on him. He's allowed to open up his body. The finish, I mean, that is low, hard and fast. There's a slight bend to it to beat Leno in the Fulham goal, and that's on 34 minutes. And it's a well taken opportunity. It's a well taken goal, and that really just stunned Fulham, who had controlled a lot of the possession at this point. And that's on 34 minutes. But just before that, Palace had hit the bar with a wonder strike from distance as well, and so they have sparked into life. Ismaila Sarr's goal is created by Eze and the cross. He has more will to win the ball, takes on his defender, crosses it into the box, and it's a brilliant glancing header, and that's on 38 minutes. And those two goals have just completely shifted the momentum of the game into Palace's favour. And Fulham just looked shell-shocked at the end of the first half. 2 goals in 4 minutes has really stunned Fulham because they have been controlling the possession. But Palace have hit them with some really quick-paced attack, and we're doing everything quicker in front of goal. So it's 2-0 at half-time. Could have been 3. The second half, I think Fulham had a lot of the ball, and again, it was all in front of the Palace defence. All in front of Palace's defence. Very easy to defend. There were good structure defensively, and Fulham played into that as well a little bit with how they were attacking, aided Palace's defence. They weren't really tested with balls out wide and balls in behind. They kept their structure and their discipline. They stuck to their defensive plans and structures, and it was very easy to defend. Willian did have a shot from distance, which produces a save from Henderson, and there was a little goalmouth scramble as well, which Saar clears really, really well. And then Nketiah comes on off the bench, and he didn't really have the impact at Arsenal that I think he wanted and people hoped. And they're trying to play the offside trap, and they get it wrong. They get it wrong. He goes into space. There is no one closing him down, and he slots the ball between Leno's legs for 3-0 in 74 minutes. And that is Fulham being very, very sloppy defensively and lethargic. And so it's finished 3-0. It could have finished 4, and Nketiah had another one saved, although it might have been offside. And they did look at a potential offside, but unfortunately, Fulham being very, very sloppy defensively, trying to play an offside trap. They got it wrong. He's ghosted in. There's no one around him, and he scores that goal. And then after that, I mean, Fulham just were second best in a lot of areas. Palace seemed to have more energy. Every time Palace got the ball on a counter-attack, you're thinking they could have another opportunity and score. Whereas Fulham, everything was in front of Palace's defence, which made it very, very easy to defend. And in the end, Palace were comfortable. Fulham were lacklustre. Palace had more energy. They were more committed to tackles. You could see that there was more, that half a step quicker. There was definitely more energy about the Palace performance. Fulham, yeah, I mean, they were just second best in every facet of the game. And so Palace deservedly through to the semi-final, deservedly through to Wembley. And as I say, comfortable for Palace today. They looked very good on the counter-attack. They attacked with more pace and more energy. And Eze has had a man of the match performance for his goal and his creativity and his energy and his creativity for the second goal as well. But that shot to open the scoring, that goal to open the scoring, just really sparked Palace into life. But the whole team played well, organised, committed, had a good structure, and did everything at pace. They did things quicker. They just seemed to have more energy than Fulham. And so Palace could be a very interesting dark horse for this year's FA Cup. They should not be discounted. They were very organised today, played with good energy, good pace on things. Whereas Fulham, as I say, were just lacklustre and were missing something today. And I think also the timing of the substitutions and the tactical changes just didn't work for Fulham either. It didn't spark anything. And they were easily contained by Palace. So Palace thoroughly deserved their 3-0 win. It could have been more, maybe should have been more, but Fulham were poor on the day. And for the home side, you'd expect more energy from them. And they just were lacking that energy and that cutting edge up front. But there we go, Crystal Palace 3, Fulham 0. First quarter final done. And we shall see what the other 3 quarterfinals bring over the weekend. But for me, for now, thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts in the comment section below. And I'll have some more content for you all very, very soon.